Hi guys, how are you all? I hope you all are doing really amazing. So, now I'm starting with question and answers of your economics. All the chapters I will cover. Okay, we'll cover जो भी जितने भी chapters है. We'll discuss the question and answers for you people. सो आफ्टर यू फिनिश द चैप्टर आपके पास दो टाइप के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स रहते हैं. एक होता है इंटेक्स क्वेश्चन जो चैप्टर के बीच बीच में आता है, एंड यू हैव टर्मिनल एक्सरसाइज जो आपके चैप्टर फिनिश होने के बाद आता है. ठीक है. सो हम यहाँ पे कौन सा डिस्कस करने वाले, क्या हम दोनों डिस्कस करेंगे? ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. जब हमारे पास इंटेक्स क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स बुक के पीछे दिए होते हैं तो वी कैन ईजीली गेट देम. ठीक है. पर टर्मिनल एक्सरसाइज के आंसर्स आप लोग के पास नहीं होते, इसलिए आई विल डिस्कस ओनली टर्मिनल एक्सरसाइज के आंसर्स. ऑल राइट. नाउ क्या इसका मतलब है मैं इंटेक्स कभी भी डिस्कस नहीं करूँगी? ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. इफ़ एनी ऑफ यू हैव एनी डाउट, आपको कोई भी इंटेक्स क्वेश्चन में डाउट आता है, यू कैन जस्ट कॉमेंट डाउन एंड वो क्वेश्चन मैं आपको सॉल्व करने में हेल्प कर सकती हूँ. ओके. अगर आपको जानना है आंसर ऐसे कैसे आया, कोई प्रैक्टिकल चैप्टर है जहाँ सम्स करने होते हैं, उसमें आंसर्स आपको नहीं समझ आ रहा, यू कैन आस्क मी. आई कैन डिस्कस दोज क्वेश्चंस. बट डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि मैं आपसे सारे क्वेश्चंस जो भी इंटेक्स के दिए होते वो डिस्कस करूं, बिकॉज देन इट मेक्स नो सेंस. ठीक है. तो जो आपको हार्ड लगता है, जो आपको समझ नहीं आता है, वो अगर हम डिस्कस करें इंटेक्स के तो इट वुड बी बेटर. सो नाउ विल मूव ऑन टू डिस्कसिंग टर्मिनल एक्सरसाइज आंसर्स. But make sure that before watching terminal exercise answers, you are done with lectures. Okay. Then you come on to this question and answer, and then you solve past year solved papers. What happens with that? अगर आप ऐसे फ्लो में जाते हो that you finish the chapter first जो अवेलेबल है ऑन द चैनल, फिर आप क्वेश्चन आंसर्स करते हो. ठीक है. देन जब आप सॉल्व करते हो, आपका जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग होता है चैप्टर का वो बहुत स्ट्रांग हो जाता है. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, अगर आप हर चैप्टर में लेक्चर करते हो, फिर क्वेश्चन आंसर करते हो, एंड देन यू मूव ऑन टू सॉल्विंग पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स, आपके इकोनॉमिक्स में ईजीली, आई मीन हर सब्जेक्ट में अगर आप ऐसे करते हो, यू कैन ईजीली स्कोर वेरी 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 गुड मार्क्स. Let's begin with chapter number 14 now. So first question is explain the working of barter system. So barter system means exchange of one kind of goods and services for another kind of goods and services. There was no involvement of money in barter system. When one good is exchanged for another good without use of money, we call it trade through barter system. So second question is what are the main demerits of barter system? So there are 5 demerits of barter system. Okay. Starting with first, lack of double coincidence of wants. Double coincidence of wants mean that if one wants to exchange some goods with another person, then the latter must also be willing to exchange his goods with the first person. Barter system will work when there is double coincidence of wants, otherwise it will not work. मतलब दोनों को ही goods चाहिए रहने चाहिए जिनको exchange करना है. Correct. Second is lack of division of goods. Certain goods are not physically divisible into small pieces such as cow, etc. It was very difficult to determine how much quantity is to be traded for other good because a cow cannot be divided into several pieces. मतलब हम cow को divide करके तो दे नहीं सकते, so हमें उसके लिए कोई और good लाना पड़ेगा. बट अगर सामने वाले को cow चाहिए तो we have to take some more goods from that person, which is very difficult. Third is lack of common unit of measurement. It will be very difficult to determine the amount of goods required to trade for some specific amount, as a particular good cannot be treated as common unit of measurement. Fourth problem was, another problem of barter system is that a person must store a large volume of his own goods in order to exchange for his or her desired goods with others on day-to-day basis. But constructing and maintaining a warehouse for itself a very difficult task in early days of civilization. Fifth point is, a major problem of barter system is that a good loses its original quality and value if it is stored for a long period, such as salt and vegetables. तो अगर हम एक्सचेंज में सॉल्ट वेजिटेबल देना चाहते हैं, बट अगर हम उसको जब लेकर आए और जब एक्सचेंज करना चाहते हैं, उसकी वजह से वो जो गैप आ रहा है, तो उसकी वजह से उतने टाइम में वो गुड्स ख़राब हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. तो उनकी वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी? कम हो जाएगी. थर्ड क्वेश्चन इज डिफाइन मनी एंड state 3 of its functions. So, Money is defined as something which is generally accepted by society as a medium of exchange and which can act as unit of account, can store value and be used for repayment of debt. Function of money. First function is medium of exchange. This means that people can buy or sell goods and services with the help of money. Money is received by the seller and paid by the buyer for goods. Second function is measure of value. The value of a good is determined by multiplying its price with quantity sold in the market. Since the price is expressed in monetary units, the value of a good is also expressed in monetary term. Third function is store of value. Money has purchasing power. The value of the good is contained in that purchasing power. Hence, value of good is indirectly stored in money we hold. तो इसकी वैल्यू ओवर द टाइम कम नहीं होती है. जितना वैल्यू में हमने वो हमारे पास है वो उतना ही वैल्यू आगे जाके भी रहता है. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन इज राइट अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन करेंसी नोट्स इन इंडिया. सो इंडिया का कौन सा करेंसी है? रुपीज़, राइट. मनी इज़ पेड by buyer or received by seller in the form of currency notes or coins. Currency notes and coins which are in circulation are guaranteed by Government of India. Currency notes and coins of India are valid only in India and not in other countries. Currency of India is rupee. The symbol of rupee is, यहाँ पे आप ड्रॉ करके बता सकते हो एग्जाम में. ओके, मैं ड्रॉ किया बट बहुत छोटा हुआ है, so you can draw properly. If we visit other countries, then we have to exchange Indian currency with the currency of that country we are visiting. Here we are done with chapter number 14, which was again very small. So we will move on to chapter number 15 in this video itself. So let's start chapter number 15 now. First question is explain two functions of a bank. So, two functions of a bank are: first, accepting deposits from public. A bank accepts monetary deposits from public, which includes individuals, groups, business firms, etc. Second function is giving loans. The bank gives loans to public who want to borrow and who has the capability to repay that loan amount in future. Second question is what is credit and how does a bank create credit? So, credit is defined as a claim to receive payments. Bank accepts money from public as deposits. Normally, these deposits are supposed to be returned back to the public if they want to withdraw them. Mostly, people withdraw a smaller amount from their deposit whenever they require and leave the rest of the amount with the bank. The bank always keeps some fraction of its total deposit in the form of cash, from which it keeps giving money to people who come to withdraw it. The fraction of the total deposits to be kept in the form of cash as cash reserve ratio. Once the bank calculates the amount to be kept as cash on the basis of cash reserve ratio, it deducts the amount from the total deposits and uses the rest of the amount to give loans to the borrowers. With the act of this bank, the process of credit creation starts from here. Third question is what are the different types of banks in India? Okay, so in India there are following types of banks. First is Reserve Bank of India, which is RBI, which is the central bank of our country. Second is commercial banks. Third is cooperative banks, and fourth is development banks. Let's move on to the last question of the chapter, which is write short notes on the following. First is RBI, second is cooperative bank and third is commercial bank. तो हम तीनों के अलग अलग short notes we will write. Let's start with Reserve Bank of India, which is RBI. RBI, which is the central bank of our country. RBI is the head of banking system in the country. This means that all other banks such as commercial or cooperative or development banks follow the rules and regulations made by RBI. Second is commercial banks. The aim of a commercial bank is to earn profit by charging rate of interest on loans and fees for various services such as issuing draft, transferring money, etc. Third short note is cooperative banks. In rural areas, cooperative banks provide credit for farming, cattle, fishery, etc. In urban areas, the cooperative banks provide credit for self employment activities such as small scale industry, purchase of durable goods such as television, refrigerator, etc., and personal finance. Fourth short note is development banks. These banks provide credit for a long period to private business companies and public sector units who want to establish industries and create infrastructure. ओके सो फोर्थ वाला जो शॉर्ट नोट है डेवलपमेंट बैंक्स आपके क्वेश्चन में नहीं था बट दिस कैन बी आस्क्ड इन एग्जाम तो मैंने बाकी तीन अगर शॉर्ट नोट लिखे तो मैंने फोर्थ का भी लिख दिया सो दिस इज़ नॉट देयर इन योर क्वेश्चन ऑफ टर्मिनल एक्सरसाइज बट इफ़ इट कम्स इन द एग्ज़ाम तो यू कैन राइट दिस आंसर ऑल्सो इससे पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में हमने सिर्फ बैंक के नाम बताए थे एंड ये वाले क्वेश्चन में हमने उनका डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया तो फर्स्ट वाला जो था आरबीआई था सेकेंड वाला कोऑपरेटिव बैंक होगा और थर्ड कमर्शियल बैंक होगा तो आप नंबरिंग भी उस हिसाब से कर देना क्योंकि मैंने ये आंसर में बाय मिस्टेक सेकंड कमर्शियल बैंक्स रखा है एंड थर्ड कोऑपरेटिव रखा है तो यू हैव टू राइट कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स वाला पूरा नोट सेकंड में एंड थर्ड कमर्शियल बैंक वाला. Also, if these videos are helpful to you, do go to the channel and subscribe it because that will help me make more videos for you people.